At Northern State University.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Okay. I looked out for your safety, Mike. I called Piper and told her you were headed that way and not to shoot you. So
Yeah, you're right.
We shoot burglars.
Good thing to know.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
Boy, they sure missed one there.
Is Varsity the next game? Do you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the junior varsity match.
We missed the junior high game. I know you'd be very upset. So I'm getting the camera set up on here. Now why am I not seeing the camera now? Ted, is the camera off?
Yep.
Did you turn it off after you?
No. I didn't turn it off. I said to leave it on.
Yeah. Well, now we got a problem. I don't know why it's going off then.
I don't see any display.
That's what I mean.
Let me go see if
It was on and showing just fine. I don't know what the hell happened to it.
No.
This box here.
No, it's not.
There's a problem. It's only halfway up. And that we have to include Alan putting it together, so I take no blame in it.
Maybe it was just idle. It blacked out because it was idle.
Now.
No, it should be. It goes on. It stays on and goes on. Well, we'll have to watch it. It might be. I don't know why. I don't know what
that was only about half plugged in.
Was it? Okay.
So maybe when it's not plugged in, it saves battery by hibernating.
Yeah, it could be.
But yeah, who the hell knows? Sounds like a good excuse to me. Sounds like some of the girlfriends I've had.
Mike blames the Democrats.
He's a Democrat?
Mike blames the Democrats.
Oh, you're Republican?
No, God, no.
Oh,
Jesus, cut your fucking mouth out.
well, I gotta find out this shit, you know. Sometimes you gotta be careful what you say.
Mike's dad, my best friend since the 6th grade, was a dyed-in-the-wool Republican.
Oh, geez.
But Bob was a very, very smart guy, and over the years, he began to realize this is bullshit, and he switched affiliations.
Well, my dad worked for the state highway department for 51 years. He had 30 years then, and the guy had been the highway department superintendent with the Hecla, because they had 5 guys up there. He retired. Well, my dad was Republican, and Dick Knight, he was the last Democratic governor South Dakota had. And he said to my dad, so you're a Republican? My dad said, if you're going to hold that against me, he said, I don't want the job. He said, I could change my political affiliations to Democrat if that would help you. But he said, I'm not going to do it. Dick Knight said, you don't have to. He said, you're a good man. He said, I believe in what you can do.
There you go.
And he gave him the job.
Well, all right.
My dad said, I can't believe it. The Democrats had never given a Republican a job before. And I said vice versa, too.
Yeah.
Well, that was about $12,000 more money, you know. That was a lot of money back then.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was back in the 60s.
What year is that?
66.
Yeah, the comes off. Sorry, I should have warned you about that.
66, so that was quite a bit more money, you know.
CPI calculator. How much was it? $12,000?
$12,000 back then. That'd be about 40,000 this. You know.
Oh, I think it'd be a lot more than that. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong. Now this is the damnedest thing, Michael. I've got 5 bars on the. There it goes. Okay, $12,000.
Yeah. That was back in 66 or 67. I was pretty young back then.
Okay, let's see. Well, we'll just call it 66 or 67 rather.
$110,000.
So he was making hay when the I mean, that was some serious coin. Serious coin. Wow. I told you I thought it'd be a lot more than that.
Yeah, he got $12,000 a year job.
God damn. Yeah, this is going to be over in about 15 minutes. I better get my ass moving here. Got my hat floating around over there. Well, you might check and see if we're on. If you can't get on with...
I have a hot spot on my phone. What is it? What YouTube channel is it?
It is going to be Redfield Pheasants Live. Redfield Pheasants Live.
Sí, mi amor, no pasa nada.
Jesús, que no estoy.
Bien, voy a jugar con él.
A ver, te voy a jugar muy duro hasta llegar al cielo, ¿te parece? Y bueno, ahí vamos. Eso. ¿Dónde la mamá? Que se vaya, ¿cómo les pasa? Amor, ¿para dónde vas?
Iba a ver unas cosas.
Tu papá está luciendo, juega con nosotros.
No, mi amor, en otro momento, ahorita no. Es que tengo que ir a la casa a hacer unas cosas.
Big tire.
Who's tired?
Comparison of tires and tracks. Well, look at this thing. That's crazy. On a big river here. Big pipe. Always on the show, she's giving hand signals.
Okay, so immediately what I noticed about the cab, one, obviously, it's massive. The chair.
A man was together with a woman in her room. He then says that he loved being together with the woman and being able to spend time with her. The man then says he counted the days to be able to be with the woman. He says that now is what he had waited so long for, and finally, they could be together. He would take advantage of the time they have together to do everything they could. The man then says he wanted to make her feel really good, and she then says she wanted to see what the man could do. The man then said that she was She then asks him to remove his shirt, and so he starts to do it. He then asks her to have a little patience, as he was very tired after his trip. Then soon they would start what they were waiting for. She's taking off his shirt and then lies down next to his wife. They then start kissing. Sometime later, a policeman was talking to his superior. He says he was happy that he was finally able to arrest those people.
House, kind of, yeah. It's not the better.
I have something interesting. I'm going to take you.
Hey, so your body is an island. Okay, your body is an island. Where would you put your house? Where would you put your house? I don't know, but okay, let's do it. So, yeah. So, your house. Okay, so your house, then where do you want it on? Right center? Yeah, I think like right here. Right there is good? Okay, so your house, right here. Do you like your house? I'll take it. So on your island now, you have your house, and you brought your best friend. Where do you want your best friend to go? Maybe close to the house. Close to the house? Yeah. Like, well, maybe like right here? Like right here? Yeah. Your friend's coming over to visit. So, okay. So this is your friend. Your friend. Yeah, there you go. Get out. Friend. I'm happy to see you too. Hey, what's up? Isn't my island amazing? Your island's amazing. So he's visiting. So now, what are you doing? What else does your island need? I would say probably some trees. Right? Yes, your island definitely should have some trees. Okay. Let's this side? Okay, so okay. Yeah. Let's do a little, should we say, is it a palm tree? You're really good at this. Yeah. A palm tree? Palm tree. Yeah. An interesting looking palm tree. A palm tree? Well, kind of. Right? Yeah. Let's give our palm tree maybe a little bit of color. Our palm tree needs some color. What is going on? What has gone into your head? There. What has gone into you? Now we're a palm tree. Love it. Okay, so now. Okay, so your tree, it looks more like a regular tree now. Okay. So on your island, you have your house, your friend, and a tree. I feel like we need a path to our house. Yeah. What is your path? Probably trails. Maybe like somewhere here in my life. Like a nice long trail to get to your house. Yeah. Okay, so I think we should draw like right about here. That's it. So like that. We're gonna make a trail. Okay. Perfect. So someone comes to visit your friend and come up your trail. And visit your house. But I feel like beautiful tree.
Now it's back on.
The connection, I don't know, maybe I've got the wrong, well, I pushed it a little farther.
Oh. Yeah, see, that wasn't in all the way. And that wasn't in all the way. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, about 15 minutes to the A-game will start.
Yeah.
JV got their asses kicked in both of them.
Okay, you've got to look at it from an angle there. So kind of glance at it every now and then.
Okay.
I shoved that little power cord in there harder. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it looks dark.
Well, it's back on now. It should be.
Now it's back on.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. How am I going to do this?
We'll start with our sixth graders. Sage Youngworth is the daughter of Anthony and Carrie Youngworth. Lydia Youngworth, daughter of Jackie Durham. Emma Harrelson, daughter of Alondra McLeet. Silas Schultz, son of William and Janet Schultz. Carson Peterson, son of Lana and Jared Peterson. Our seventh grader, Christian Peterson, son of Lana and Jared Peterson. Eighth graders, we have Ellie Greenwald, daughter of Christopher Greenwald. Jenna Hansen, daughter of Mike Lansberg and Vanessa Hansen. And Faith Wright, daughter of Jackie Durham. For our freshmen, we have Emma Hughman, daughter of Christopher and Renette Hughman. We have a sophomore, Peyton Moore, son of Chad Moore and Christy Nye. And our junior, J.D. Turner, daughter of Robert and Amy Turner. And their head coach is Shauna Polly. Good luck at your region meet tomorrow. Ralph Rouse.
Now, why is that so hot?
What?
Testing 2, 3, 4. Test, test, test. God dang it, I swear to God the microphone's coming through there and not through this. Jeez Louise, I tell you what,
I'm getting through here.
Just want, I don't know, it has nothing to do with through there, it's what's going out on the internet here.
Give me my pen back,
Yes, sir.
goddammit.
Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, I give up. Every fucking game there's something different. Hi, honey. Can you go on the internet, please, and see? I'm concerned about the source of the sound. I don't know whether it's coming through the camera or whether it's coming through our microphones. Good. Okay, I'm gonna take the phone away and I'm gonna talk. And I want you to tell me if I sound off in the distance somewhere, okay? Okay, testing 2, 3, 4. We're at Greeno Gymnasium. The Redfield Pheasants will be playing the Warner Monarchs. The Monarchs are 29-0. Redfield is 9 wins and 12 losses.
And hopefully Ellen won't be off in a pasture.
Yes. Okay. All right. I just had a hinky feeling, and then for some reason the camera keeps going off, which I'm not too pleased about. But it may be that all the little plugs weren't plugged all the way in; they were just kind of in there. So I understand that. I don't care. This is it's all right. It's okay. All right. Love you, baby. Bye.
Yeah, I know it is.
Okay, apparently I picked up, and I don't know how I did it, because I went to the site, I picked up the 2022 roster.
Oh.
So this is the 2023 roster, and the thing I gave you is wrong. So I'll try to get this stuff written down real quick. How much time we got? 8 minutes? Let's try to go on at 3 minutes here.
About 5 minutes?
Yeah, about 2 minutes here. Okay. This is no damn good here.
Okay. Whole new roster?
Well, I don't know what happened, Ted. I may have gotten distracted and didn't copy the stuff over like I needed to. I tell you what, let's get ready to go here.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Good evening from Greeno Gym on the campus of Redfield High School. We're getting ready for the volleyball game tonight with the Redfield Pheasants and the Warner Monarchs, and we will be back in 30 seconds to talk about what's going on here.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Alan Scott here with Ted Kimball, and Ted, let's talk about tonight's game and what we might expect.
Well, Alan, I don't really want to be a negative person, but the Lady Pheasants definitely need to bring their AAA game tonight because their match with the Warner Monarchs, #1 ranked team in Class B. The Monarchs are 29-0 on the season, while Redfield is just 9-12. Fortunately for the Pheasants, the Warner Monarchs are not in the same division as Redfield, or the same class even. In 71 Warner match games of the season, the Monarchs have only lost 3, so that's pretty good. At no time in the Redfield 21 matches have they beaten a team that has a winning record. Warner, on the other hand, have played 20 teams with winning records and won them all. Now, Redfield is coming in this match 1-3 in a row, but Alan, you can see why they say Redfield need their AAA game to be successful tonight. Looking ahead after tonight, the Pheasants have 3 regional opponent matches, all at home to finish off the season. Of the 3, only one, Groton, has a winning record. Now, Redfield is 5th place in the region. Groton is number 2. However, Webster is number 6 and Tiaspacina is number 7. If the Pheasants can win out, they could sneak into the 4th place and possibly pick up a home match in the regional playoffs. If the regional started today, Redfield would be going against number 4th place Sisseton, a team that also has a losing record on the year. In the region, top 3 teams are Roncalli, Groton, and Millbank. If Redfield can have a memorable air match tonight and then there's hope, well, we'll be back in a minute. This is the Redfield Sports Presentation.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Alan Scott with Ted Kimball, and the young ladies are warming up on the floor right now and getting ready to go for this volleyball match. As we mentioned, Warner, well, in the junior high and in the varsity, or junior varsity rather, Ted, those matches best of 3, and it was 2-0 in favor of the Warner younger ladies. So doubt very much we'll expect much difference here.
Warner isn't number 1 Class B for nothing. They've been there for 3 years now, so they got a pretty good program there. And like we said earlier, Redfield, they have to bring their AAA game to get them, that's for sure.
Maybe the quadruple A game, I'm not exactly sure, but you know what? You never know. There have been times that the underdog has really come on strong, and that's something that Redfield will need to do. They're kind of forming up to get things ready to go here for the introduction of players. Not exactly sure whether they will do the national anthem first, which I believe they do, or whether they will do the introduction of players, as we're kind of marking time here, waiting for things to get underway. In the junior high and in the junior varsity matches, it was Warner by a 2-0, 2 games to none. And as we mentioned, this is a program rich in successful history, and we will check out and see what we're going to have going on here in the order that we're going to.
Values promoted by these schools is greatly appreciated. At this time, we ask that you stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps and place your right hand over your heart. Veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag as we pay honor to America with the playing of our national anthem.
And of course, they're getting ready to do the introductions here, and we will pick those up as we go along. So the visiting team, the Warner Monarchs, 29-0, and starting things off will be Courtney Beauregard. She is a senior, 5'5". Then number 4, Ava Nielsen, a senior at 6 feet even. And number 5, Kyra Markinson, also a senior. She is 5'8". And number 8 is going to be 5'7" senior. That's Sophia Heft. And number 10, Lauren Markinson, also a senior. So as you can hear, this is a senior-dominated team. And Markinson, Lauren, is 5'7". And then number 11, Kylie Shop, a senior also at 5'7". And the final player happens to be a sophomore. This is McKenna Lightholt, and she is 5'9". For the Redfield Pheasants, as they get things underway here in this volleyball game, it will be number 1, Charlie Youngworth, a freshman, 5'7". Number 3, Jersey Morrison, a senior at 5'5". Hayden Gall is the setter, and she is number 4, a sophomore at 5'9". Number 6, Katie Roselle, and Roselle is 5'11". Kendall Seabright, another freshman at 5'5". And then number 8, Chloe Zenz, a senior at 5'5". And Cecilia Sukor, a sophomore, and she is 5'7". So you can see there's a very, very even mix here of seniors and sophomores. So Redfield has an opportunity to possibly be very, very good next year or the year after. They've been okay this year, and they are coming in off of a 3-game winning streak, part and parcel from the fact that they won 3 in the recent tournament here held at Redfield. So, Ted, we have seen some improvement for Redfield over the several weeks that we've been watching here.
Yes, even some of the games they've lost, they've been right in them to the end, you know. And, you know, they lost a couple heartbreakers. I believe it's the Hamlin there. You know, they 27-25 and things like that, you know. So they're playing okay, and, you know, to get a few breaks here and there, they could go a little bit further than most people think they can.
Well, not only that, but sometimes when they play somebody like a 29-0 team, the 29-0 team looking at the 9-12 team might go, oh, well, we'll just mail this one in, and the Redfield Pheasants might be able to sneak up on them. On the floor right now for Redfield, Hayden Gall, the setter. On the near side here is Charlie Youngworth, and she is having a little discussion with number 10, Cecilia Sukor. Coming into the game is Jersey Morrison. Check that. That is Chloe Zenz, number 8. On the far side is Brooklyn Ritchie, and she is getting a starting call here for the first time in some time. I'm sorry, that's number 3. That's Jersey Morrison. And on the near side here, as soon as she turns enough so I can see a number, that's Kendall Seabright. So we are about ready to get underway, and stepping up to serve for the Warner Monarchs will be Courtney Borosgard, as she is set to go left to right here. Monarch serving, and a Redfield underway, and right away they have trouble with one and wind up giving away a point here as Redfield goes down early on this particular situation here, as we will pick up the score for you as we go along. 1 for Warner as they get the early lead. Still serving is Beauregard, and diving to dig one out is that was Chloe Zenz, and unfortunately a ball is knocked back, and unfortunately for Redfield they cannot get it over the net. So Beauregard slams one into the net, and Redfield will pick up a point on that one. Going to the service line for Redfield will be Hayden Gall. She is basically the setter for the team. And Hayden gets a nice deep serve and puts it right up to the net. Seabright. Ball over by Roselle. And a nice sharp shot there by Ava Nielsen. And it drops in for a point for Warner, and they lead it by a score of 3-1. So going back to serve here for the Monarchs, that will be Haley Holt. Blocked at the net. Nice job by the Monarchs, and they wind up getting a point out of it. So they move into the lead by a score of 4-1. Back to the service line will be Haley Holt, junior, 5'2". Socks one over, and a fairly decent dig, but cannot control it enough to keep it in the court of play. Jersey Morrison, and that will be a 5-1 lead for the Monarchs. Still at the line, Holt. That's Zenz. Gall. Roselle. On the near side, getting the kill is Kylie Shop, and it goes 6-1 in favor of the Monarchs. So they are exerting themselves early, and unfortunately often for Redfield. They trail at 6-1. On the back line, Morrison gets it, tapped over by Roselle. The Monarchs on the far side, hard shot by Markinson, that's Lauren. At the net, Redfield gets it over. And this side, another sharp shot and a kill by Kaylee Shop. There are a couple of O's in there, but they pronounce it Shop. Back to the line again with Holt. Zenz. Gall. Over and a little bit long for Roselle. 8-1. So far, Ted, it doesn't look like we're getting that AAA game out of Redfield.
No, look at how tall these girls are.
Holt again bangs one deep. Chloe Zenz gets it. That's Roselle, and then over and nice and deep. Roselle, as the Monarchs touch the net, and Redfield will pick up a point, and it's 8-2.
Self-inflicted wound.
There you go at the service line for Redfield, Chloe Zenz. She's been doing a marvelous job digging, diving to the floor and getting a ball down. On the far side, a good sharp shot there by Kira Markison. Again, she's back at it again, this time knocked over by Beauregard. Redfield does get it back on this side, and once again, another kill dropped in there by Kylie Shop, and she is really doing a lot of damage on this near side, and that will send to the service line Kira Markinson.
I believe that's probably pronounced Shoop.
Well, I know it's 00, but I did double check it, and they said it's shop.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Boy, that's another bomb. This one off of the fist of Sophia Hayfet. And Redfield will take a timeout, and we will take a timeout as well, with the Monarchs leading it by a score of 10-2.
That's pronounced Hafe.
Hafe. Okay, Hafe. Hay. H-A-Y. H-A-Y. Hafe. See, the microphone is supposed to be off here in the commercial, and it's on.
Huh.
Everyone deserves a fresh start, so if you're ready to live debt-free, our on-staff certified financial counselors are ready to help. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union can assist with debt consolidation, improving your credit score, reducing payments, and reviewing your interest rates, all through your customized debt management plan. Call or stop by your friendly Dakota Land Federal Credit Union branch and schedule your no-obligation free debt management review today. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Monarchs are up now by a score of 12-2 as they have rattled home a couple of quick points while we were away for the break there. And you can see what a machine this Monarch team is from Warner.
Well, I can tell you, Carrie Jung has got them playing every game. I can tell you that. I know Carrie Jung personally, and I know she's got these girls playing, and she won't let them take a game for granted. I can tell you that.
Well, it sure doesn't seem like it tonight. 13-2 in favor of the Monarchs. At the line serving Ava Nielsen, and she drops in for an ace. And 14-2. Ted, this is not pretty. Okay, so Nielsen back there again. Service line, drops it right in. Redfield gets it over, and tapping it over the net was Nielsen. Back of the service line is Kira Markison. Things doing tricks with my eyes here, my apologies. Gall with the set. Trying to tap it over was Junkworth, but it came right back to her. So we're going 16-2. The statistic that we were very noteworthy of is 79 games. This would be the 80th. And the Monarchs have lost 3 during that period of time. This time the serve catches the net and doesn't go over. 16-3 in favor of the Monarchs. And back at the service line is Katie Roselle. Roselle, an outstanding basketball player on the basketball team. She does very well at volleyball as well. On this side, the kill attempt by shot, and it comes out successful. And Warner moves ahead 17-3. Coming in to go back to the service line is going to be Libby Septenak. Chloe Zenz gets it over for Redfield. And this one goes a little bit long off of the hands of Lighthold. And Redfield will pick up a point. Back on the service line is Seabright. They call her Grandpa Red. You can see why. He's all gray now, but definitely the red hair runs in the family. Far side, a kill over there by Lighthold, her second in a row, and we're going to 18-4. Back at the service, Ava Nielsen. 18-4 in favor of the Monarchs. They are 29-0 on this year. Seabright, Youngworth, Chloe Zenz gets it over for Redfield. Right at the net. This side, and the ball goes out off of the attempted kill by McKenna Lighthold, and Redfield hangs in there. They have a 5 points Warner 18. Ball gets over and it goes out. So Redfield, now on a little bit of a roll, has picked up 3 points in a row. And Charlie Youngworth would be back on the service line. Far side, the ball over the net by Lightholt. This time, nice shot by Youngworth. And on the return, she can't get a hand on it, and it goes right on the line, 19-6 in favor of the Monarchs. Back to serve, it looks like Lightholt is back there. Roselle to Gall. Nice shot on this side by Redfield, and that was Sukor. So Sukor gets a kill, and Redfield now getting a little bit of feistiness going as they have scored 7, but they still have a mountain to climb as they're behind by 12. At the line for Redfield, Jersey Morrison. This side, left-handed smack by Shop. Zenz with a save. This side, Sukor just gets it over the net. Nice block on the other side. I couldn't tell whether it was Gall or Roselle, but in either case, unfortunately, the return back to him is right on the back line, and the Monarchs lead it by a score of 20-7. Back to serve is Bjorgard. She's a lefty as well. I wonder if that has something to do with being 29-0. There we go. Nice shot by Roselle, and Redfield picks up a point and the serve. 20-8 is the score in favor of the Warner Monarchs.
You suppose that ball spins different with the left-hander?
Well, you know, they say that about football, that sometimes a left-handed quarterback is a problem. This one is tipped at the net, and even though it went out of bounds because it was tipped at the net by Redfield, the Monarchs lead it by a score of 21-8. Looks like we have the petite Haley Holt back in there, 5'2" junior, and she promptly serves one out of bounds, and Redfield, by golly,
it was in.
Caught that corner, and 22-8. So
Yeah,
Haley,
she's small compared to the rest of them, ain't she?
I tell you what, that's why she sits on the bench until it's time for her to serve. Well, she gets a kill out of that one, and the count goes to 23-8. Ava Nilsson on the service line. Once again, check that. This is Haley Holt, and Redfield gets a point, gets it up to 9, but they're still trailing 23-9. On the service line, Chloe Zenz. Medium deep serve, far side, and the ball is put away over there.
Markinson got a kill.
Markinson, a kill. Now we have 2 Markinson in there, so that's Kira, and we have game point. Kira back to serve. Zenz, Gall just tops it over. Near side, off of a couple of hands. Just barely gets over the net, and that was Seabright getting a kill, and it goes to 24-10. And Redfield staves off being knocked out of this first game. This is the first game of the match. Roselle. Well, I tell you what, that young lady on that far side is really knocking it dead. Let's see if I can pick up who it is. That is, in fact, Laura Markinson, and that chalks up a win for the Monarchs from Warner. We'll be back in 1 minute.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we're back, Ted. You've observed some of the, shall I say, bloodshed here?
Yeah, Warner had 8 aces and we didn't have any, so that tells you what's going on. You can tell them Warner girls are very well coached. I'm not saying that Redfield isn't, but they're doing all right as far as the competition they're at right now.
Well, you said you knew the coach over there at Warner. I assume that she has been there an extended period of time and really has a program going on.
Yeah, I think Carrie's been there over 20 years. So, and they've had good teams for a long time, 12, 15 years or longer.
Well, and the thing about that is once you have a winning program, you seem to attract more and more kids that are excited about being there, and that makes it even more challenging for opponents to be able to step up and try to break that string.
Right, sure does. And she's got the girls playing. They want to play.
Reminds me of a band teacher at a school I was at one time. To get the kids enthused, she'd march her band around the first grade to kindergarten playground, and they couldn't wait to the 4th grade to come along to get into the, forget her name, but anyway, into Mrs. Smoozy's band. Morrison with the serve for Redfield. Nice block by Katie Roselle. Roselle and Gall up there. Gall with the set. Roselle trying to get a kill out of it, but the Monarchs come up with it. Again, another nice dig for Redfield. It'll go over to Sukor, and she gets it over the net. Once again on the far side, and this one goes out, and Redfield comes up with the point. Well, Redfield did lead the thing early in the going in the first game, but wound up coming up on the short end of a 25-10 count. On the far side over there, Kira Markinson with the kill. And Warner has one. Nice dig by number 2, Bjorgard. Redfield tries to save it. Nice job by Morrison to get it over the net. Good for her. And attempted block at the net off of a kill by Shop. And that will set our score for Warner 2 and Redfield 1. The diminutive Haley Holt on the line again. All 5'2" of her, but she comes in and serves very well. Nice attempt by Sukor to slam it home. And the ball into the corner off of the set by Shop, and Warner is up now 3-1. Best of 5. Chloe Zenz with it. Shoup sets it, and Roselle gets it over. On the far side once again, slam home, but it doesn't catch the back line. Kira Markinson, and Redfield comes up with a point, and they are trailing 3-2. On the line, Hayden Gall. Nice line drive serve, but the Monarchs get it. Block on the side there by Roselle, and Redfield comes up with a point. And holy cow, Ted, let's stop it right here. Well, we can't stop it here. It's 3-3. Let's get a point here, ladies, and maybe we'll take the second game. Can they call it because of rain? Ooh, the linesperson just got smacked in the snoot. I don't know if you saw that. She was in the right-hand corner just a little bit out of your picture. And the slam came that way, came off of Zenz and hit the linesperson right in the snozzola. She looks like she's okay as the play moves on here. Far side, nice hit by Haley. of Hayden, and then a putback by Roselle, and Redfield has tied it up again, 4-4. Back on the service line, Chloe Zenz. All tied up at 4-4. Checking our lines person, she appears to be okay, but boy, she really caught it right in the nose. And Chloe sends it long, and Warner takes the lead 5-4. Into serve now.
Rita Hatley
is Libby. And that one goes out of bounds. So Warner picks it up. Now I have to admit that on our roster, things got messed up, and so I didn't have a chance to Sapanic? Well, we'll let it go there. Sapaniak, maybe that's it. And my apologies to anybody listening from Warner. I don't like to do that, but every now and then things get away from you. On the near side, nice kill by number 12, that's Lightholt. And Warner goes up by a 6-4 count. Nielsen on the service line. Redfield digs it out, goes to the far side over there as Roselle gets a good sharp try to kill but doesn't come up with it. And then on the far side for Warner, that's Lauren Magnuson. Would be Markuson. And Warner beginning to pull away, 7-4. Chloe Zenz with a nice dig, but Warner digs it back. Zenz again intercepts it, over by Roselle as a nicely tuned team for Warner gets it back over. Zenz sets it up, and Roselle drops it into no person's land. A tip over the top of the net there by Lightholt. Good job for her. The ball is still alive, but on that far side, that is going to be Markuson, and she really slammed it home. Normally they have kills and aces and things like that up on the scoreboard, but apparently they were a little late getting things going. And 8-4 in favor of Warner. Roselle tries to slam one home, gets it a little bit low on the net, and the score goes 9-4 in favor of the visitors. Ava Nilsson now, she has gotten 5 points in a row off of her serve, sets it up, and over a nice dump shot over on that far side, and I believe that came off of the hands of Markuson, that would be Lauren. So Nielsen holding serve here as Redfield has been unable to break through. Roselle back line, and somehow or other the Warner Monarchs get it back over. The set, they shot outside the line there as Roselle couldn't keep it in, and Redfield is down by 11-4. And the Redfield Pheasants will take a little bit of a timeout to discuss what may or may not be done here. I'm not exactly sure what could be done. You're listening to a Redfield High School sports presentation.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, Ted, you said it, a great program and a long-term coach, and boy, they are really, it was all tied at 4-4, and now it's 12-4 in favor of the Monarchs, and Nielsen is going for her 9th consecutive point here.
Well, I was listening the other night to Kelloland, and they said Warner's a type of team, they start slow, and when they get on the roll, they're like a snowplow. It just gets bigger and bigger.
Well, we're seeing that snowplow working right now. However, Redfield did come up with a point on a nice kill by Roselle, and she is at the line serving right now. Oh my goodness sakes. I tell you, this young lady, Lighthold, just slams that ball. She gets about 25 feet in the air, and boy, it is a rocket coming down. Well, back at the service line for the Monarch as they lead it by a 12-5 count. Nice sharp serve there. Nielsen. And it goes long.
Was it just 5-5 a few seconds ago?
Yeah, it was. Well, it was 4-4, and then it just got away from us. And that was on its way out, but unfortunately a dive attempt to get it, Jerika Radigan in the game, and it looks like Joel Osborne, the head coach for Redfield, is trying to get some of his bench players in with a little experience, as it's pretty obvious that this is going to be a three-game match. 15-5. I must have had the wrong server on the line last time that reeled off 9 points in a row. My apologies to her family listening. I'm not sure who it was. I thought it was Nielsen. But she is back there on the service line now. And Warner has picked up another point. We're going 16-5. Oh, my goodness sakes. When it's going right for you, it's going right for you. Hit the net pretty low on the net and just rolled up and over. 19-5 in favor of the Warner Monarchs. And they are the Monarchs of the court today, that's for darn sure. Shot by Keely Smith. Somehow Warner grabs a hold of it. Set on the far side over there by Radigan. Boy, I tell you what, we're talking about a gun over there. That is Lauren Markison, and she just hammers that ball when she goes up.
She gets up quite a ways, too.
20-5 in favor of the Monarchs. Well, I gave Nielsen credit for reeling off 9 points, and she's almost done this in the real Nielsen. There it goes again. This time it went out of bounds. But I would suspect that Lauren Markinson is getting a little bit of attention from any kind of four-year university that has even seen her play, because she just hammers the daylights out of that ball. Seabright with the serve, and a great diving dig by the Monarchs, and kind of a miss hit there for Redfield, and they're down 21-6. So back on the service line is going to be Lauren Markison. 21-6 in favor of the Monarchs. And here they come again. Gall with the set. Smith with the attempted kill. Monarchs pick it up. Nice dig over there by Roselle, but can't get it up high enough to be able to give another Redfield Pheasant an opportunity to get underneath it. And the Warner Monarchs ahead 22-6 in set 2, or game 2. They won the first game 25-10, and a little bit of had some Wheaties this morning, I guess. Lauren Markison hits it out of bounds. Redfield gets their total up to 7. They did get up to 10. On the back line serving is Youngworth. She comes up to the forecourt now. Well, I tell you what, Young, the coach for the Monarchs, must really work on that serve for them and that spiking, because they really hammer it. This one off some hands in front, so the Monarchs are going to have to play it. And this time, the ball goes out of bounds. And that came off of number 9 in the lineup, and this is Nevia Lesner. Redfield gets the point, and the serve. And they get 2 points in a row there, as they've gotten their total up to 9. So maybe they can get up to the same 10 that they got up to in the first game. Youngworth with the hammer. Nice set on the far side. Good save by Gall off the net. And there is one of those driving smackadoodles, or whatever you want to call it, Kira Markison. And
he got 6 kills already.
Man, I'll tell you what, this is, we're seeing some pretty serious stuff here. Well, somehow Gall got that one off the net and got it over. Good job for Redfield. But coming right back, Seabright gets it, and she gets it over the net after it's given back to her. And up on the save and the block here, let's see, that was Smith and Gall. And Redfield gets a point. At least they've equaled what they did in the first game, losing that one 25-10. Right now it's 23-10 in favor of the Monarchs. Morrison gets the serve on the far side. And boy, I tell you, that is something that comes from as Lauren Markinson went up and wound up like she was going to blast the daylights out of it, and then kind of threw a changeup. And we are now to game point, 24-10. And the diminutive Haley Holt is back in the game. Roselle fires it, gets it dropped right back at her, and then Seabright will get it over and deep, right to the net. Nice job by Roselle to keep it on the other side. And coming over this side, Sucor. Redfield will get it up in the air, but unfortunately it drops in, and that will check it out for the gang from 25-10 again, 2 in a row, and we will be back in 1 minute to pick up the rest of the action. You're listening to a Redfield High School sports presentation.
Redfield Energy is a 65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, Ted, we're seeing quite a surgical operation here.
In 2 games, Warner has 10 aces, and Redfield doesn't have an ace yet. So they're now we know why they're ranked number 1 in the state in Class B and haven't lost the match all year.
Well, I tell you what, this is really something to behold.
And this isn't just this year. This is pretty well the last 3 years they've been really a powerhouse.
Well, you know, you have to give a coach credit, Carrie Young, and she has a program that's going along just beautifully, because if you can keep something together for 3 or 4 years or even more at the high school level, that's really saying something. Okay, any other statistics that you might have, Ted? I'm going to clear off our scoreboard here again.
Well, Warner has 27 kills, and Redfield has 13. So, again, a big difference there.
Well, I'd sure like to get a speed gun on some of these kills. Light Holt has been hammering that ball. Markison, that's Lauren, has been hammering the ball. And when you talk about needing a speed gun on these things, I don't know how fast that ball travels, but I bet it's got to be in the, low 80s at least, wouldn't you think?
Well, and they've had quite a few balls that went out of bounds, you know, that they wouldn't normally go out of bounds for them. And I see she's playing some of the younger players tonight, too, there at Warner, so.
Well, it looks like going back on the service line is going to be, well, let's see, you need to turn and see a number. No numbers on the front. That's number 2. That's Beauregard. As she opened things up in the first set. This is game number 3. And we are underway, as you can see. Nice shot on the near side by Sucor, or Smith rather. But unfortunately, no, it was Sucor, my mistake. I hate ponytails. And I have not.
And it isn't even basketball season yet.
I know. I got to start learning young ladies' hair colors and all that kind of business here, because I can't depend on the numbers. Roselle hammers it, and it doesn't quite get over the net. And right away, Warner is up by a score of 2-0. To think in that previous game, the score was tied 4-4, and it wound up being 25-10 in favor of Warner. Ted mentioned earlier that some writer had said that when the Monarchs get on, nice dink there by Roselle, and Redfield picks up the first point of this, the third game. They are trailing 2-0 anyway. To finish the thought, Redfield, Ted said, a reporter he read said that when Warner gets on a roll, they roll, and that's exactly what they did in that second game. And the little chip shot there dropped in
by number
by
8.
Hafet, Sophia. And let's see what we've got going on here. Joel Osborne over there encouraging his troops, trying to teach some lessons as we go along. 3-1 in favor of the Monarchs. And the diminutive Haley Holt in the game. Nice slam on the near side by Roselle, but it goes cross court and out. So it's 4-1 in favor of the Monarchs. Looks like it might be long or out, but it dropped right into the corner, and it is 5-1. On that far side for Redfield, Brooklyn Ricci is in. So look and see if we have some new faces out there. Chloe Zen saves one, and it is popped over by Roselle. On the far side, bullet comes off the hands of Nielsen. Here we go again. Nice block. Good job by Redfield. Look to me over there, it was Radigan and Roselle in on that. So good job for the Pheasants. 5-2. Zenz with the serve. Great dig by Biogard. And Redfield gets it up to a 5-3 deficit. Zenz with the second serve that she has gone here. On that far side once again. Did it stay in? No, it went out. Redfield to within a point.
They're on a roll. 3 in a row.
Marcuson hammered that out. That is Kira. Oh, and doggone it, right when you're on a roll there, we come up with the ball into the net. And the Monarchs will go up by a score of 6-4. On the service line is Kira Marcuson. Gall with the set, and Roselle hammers it home. Nice job by Katie. Mentioned that she is one of the fine basketball players in the school here for the young ladies. She is now a senior, had a good junior year last year. And Roselle serves it. Nice block on this side once again. That was by Kinley Smith. Nice save by Gall. Youngworth gets it over. Tap over. Nielsen puts it away. And are we witnessing the Monarchs getting on a roll here again? 7-5 in favor of the Monarchs. At the service line is Libby Sapankik, and Redfield picks up a point there. 7-6. Seabright will go back to the service line for Redfield. Radigan is out of the lineup now. Seabright serves up a knuckleball. Boy, once again, Lightholt just hammers it home. 8-6 in favor of the Monarchs. Serving for Warner, Nielsen. Seabright gets it over. Far side, and that's something you can get away with if you're Lauren Marcuson, because in the past she has just wound up and hammered it. This time she got up high and just dinked it over. So if you got everybody on your heels and all she does is dump it over, it's a tough one to recover from. Nielsen serving again. Ball goes over Kinley Smith. Back line and out. off of the hands of Hayford.
Well, they've kind of stopped them from going on a roll here, so.
Well, 9-7, Redfield trailing. At the service line is Gall. Check that, Jungwirth. And just off the fingertips of the blockers on the far side, Smith and Gall. So Warner goes up now 10-7. Serve coming in from Lauren Markison. And Warner picks up the point, 11-7. Lauren on the line, serving. Does it short. Boy, Chloe Zenz has had a great dig there. Got it over. Into the corner. And that was off the hands of Lauren Markinson. So once you serve it, you can go almost anywhere out there. 12-7 in favor of the Monarchs. And another one into no person's land. Roselle tried to dig it out and was unable to do so, 13-7. Still on the service line, Lauren Markison. And then she hammers one, but it goes a little bit long, and Redfield will pick up the point and the serve, 13-8. They trail, or I guess I should say 8-13. So this is Jersey Morrison to serve. On the near side with a nice drop shot, if you will, dink, whatever you want to call it, Hayford. And the Monarchs promptly get the service back and a 6-point lead, 14-8. Biergard on the line, serving. Gall with the set. And Sukar tries to hammer it, but it is blocked right at the net. And she got up in the air pretty well and really belted it. But that front line, a rather tall front line of the Monarchs, rejected it. This one just gets over. Zenz with a beautiful save again. The ball gets up into the rafters and bounces around, and Redfield unable to come up with it, 16-8. And we're going to have a timeout here, and with the timeout, we will take a timeout ourselves. You're listening to a Redfield High School sports presentation.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, 10 points in the first 2 games. Redfield is 2 points away from that. So at least they've been a little bit more competitive here, but they lost the first game 25-10, and the second game was a replication of the first. Redfield coming out on the floor again to try to hold the, put the finger on the dam there, but so far not happening. Roselle gets it over. And once again, a long shot by Kira Markison on the far side, and it goes out. So Redfield will pick up a point there. And we're looking at 16-9. Near side. Roselle gets it over. Check that. That's Kinley Smith. Once again, Sukor gets it over. Zen's back for the ball. Gall. Roselle. Great job by Zenz. My goodness, she's doing a fine job over there. And this time the ball is just hammered by Shop. And Redfield will drop to 8 points behind. Boy, I tell you, can you believe some of the digs that Chloe has gotten there, Ted?
Oh, that one I thought was going to the floor for sure.
Boy, just a marvelous job for her. On the service line is Haley Holt. And the ball goes out of bounds off of the attempted kill shot by Roselle. And Roselle and Redfield at that 10-point mark. Now, they were at 10 points in both game 1 and 2 and lost it by 25, or not by 25, by 15. And Redfield now eclipsed their mark of 10, and they go to 11, 17-11. Zen's at the service line for Redfield, 17-11. Redfield on the short end of it. Nice block on this side, but the ball rolls along the net and will be Redfield's point. 17-12. This is the closest that Redfield has been late in the stages of either of the first two games. Far side, great block by it was Gall and Roselle, and then Roselle tosses it over, but it goes out of bounds.
And it was a good deal.
That Redfield keeps showing flashes here, but boy, they are just being overpowered. Kira Markison back on the line, and she will send it out of bounds. And Redfield at least can take solace on the fact that they're 3 points above what they had in the first two games. Roselle on the service line. (18-13), Roselle. And on the near side there, again, Zenz, my goodness sakes. Unfortunately, this time she was unable to control it. And another point for the Monarchs, 19-13. I tell you, Ted, that ball whistling in there, I'm not sure I can handle it like Zenz has been handling it. On the service line is Libby Sapaganik. Point for Warner. Libby will serve it again. And my apologies to anybody listening from Warner that I have slaughtered her last name, so we'll just stick with the first one. And the ball came off a tip and a kill for Redfield, and they've gotten their point total up to 14-10. Trailing by 6 as Seabright will come in and serve. Gets it back into the defensive strength of the Monarchs. And here comes that Lauren Markison again with that rifle shot. Redfield can't handle it. 21-14, the Monarchs. And back on the service line, Ava Nielsen erroneously gave her credit for having 9 points in a row in that game. And then when she actually did get back there, she reeled off 9 points anyway. Well, I wish I had that kind of vision when it comes to playing the lottery. What do you think?
Yeah.
22-14, the Monarchs lead it, and this one slammed right into the net.
Self-inflicted wound.
Well, I want to tell you that the net was lucky to survive the shot.
Yeah,
I don't care whether it was into it or not. Youngworth serving. On this near side, Lauren Markison gets it over. And then for Redfield, Sucor gets it over. Comes to Sucor again. This time Youngworth got a little off balance and hit it into the net. And it's going to be 23-15 in favor of the Monarchs from Warner. On the service line, Lauren Markison gets it over. And what do we got here? Oh, Redfield called the timeout. So they'll have a little discussion here. We'll take a little break. You're listening to a Redfield High School sports presentation.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Somebody from Gray's Anatomy would be awfully happy with this, Ted.
Woo! Well, Warner has 15 aces in the 3 games, and unfortunately, Redfield don't have any. And it isn't because Redfield isn't trying, it's just Warner's that good.
Okay, on the service line, Lauren Markison. Nice save by Zenz, and who was that with her there? Looks like Seabright, but unfortunately for Redfield, it popped out of the area, and that will
and we're at match
get
point.
Up to match point here. Lauren Markison at the service line. Seabright. Seabright will get it over. Near side. Gall gets it over. Ooh, almost a miscue by the Monarchs. Redfield hanging in there, and a block at the net by 8 and 12. Let's see, 8 would be Hayfit and 12 would be Lightholt, and that will put the kibosh on the whole thing. We'll be back in, probably about 30 seconds to wrap this thing up. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation.
Do you have a
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, Ted, we sure saw why they are numero uno. It doesn't matter that they're in the B group, and maybe we might just take a second to talk about what's the difference between A's and B's in the volleyball. Do you know that offhand?
Well,
it's size of schools or what?
Size of schools, the same as in basketball or football. It's the size of the school. But getting back to the volleyball, Warner had 15 aces in the 3 games. Redfield didn't have any. There was 5 players or more on the Warner team that had more than 6 kills. So, you know, it's a team effort. There's no doubt about it.
Well, that's for sure. But, boy, I tell you what, we saw some whistling shots off of the hands of Lauren Markison. Kira, her sister, I assume it's a sister situation also. But Ava Nielsen was also whistling that ball in there. And we were Ted and I are kind of old baseball guys, and so we kind of know what speed of ball looks like. And I don't know, Ted, low 80s, could it have been?
Yeah, very well.
Boy, wow, that was quite a lesson. Well, let's see what we have coming up here for Redfield. The volleyball is done for the week. It'll be the regional cross country will be coming up over in Webster on the 12th, and then it will be a dual football game for Redfield. They'll be traveling over to Dual, and there's another situation, Ted, that it's a good thing that Redfield won that game against Dakota Hills.
Right.
They actually, let's talk about the football a little bit. They didn't look half bad.
No, they never, and they actually got McGilvery, I believe, had 204 yards rushing, so they were actually running the ball, and they were running it pretty good. Of course, you're talking about a 0-7 team too, you know, but still, it's football, you know. And for the people that don't know, Dual's at Clear Lake, so that's where we go.
And they're didn't look their record up here recently, but I believe they're like 7-2 or something like that. So, well, it wouldn't be 7-2. It must be
6-2,
6-2, something like that, because they play 8 games. So it must have been 5-2. I don't know. Anyway, as a matter of fact, no, they are 7-0.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're unbeaten. So looks like it's going to be a long trip and a long night for Redfield football. Speaking about the volleyball tonight, I thought the girls just hung in there. They You know, I had an old basketball coach who used to tell us whether we won or whether we lost because we lost or because the other team was better than we were. And I think in this case, the other team was definitely better, but gee, Redfield hung in there. They had some opportunities for kills, but as you said earlier, Ted, the Monarchs very well coached, and they seemed to be able to handle those fireballs that were coming back at them.
Yeah, like I said, Redfield didn't have an ace all night, you know, which is pretty unusual in 3 sets. You know, you're going to get at least 1 or 2 aces, but Warner seemed to handle them all. So,
yeah, I have to give kudos to Chloe Zenz, though. My goodness, she made some digs on some just absolute whistlers. We were talking about the volleyball coming over and somewhere in the low 80-mile-per-hour range, maybe the upper 70s. And Chloe was very impressive tonight, making quite a few digs.
Absolutely, and I mean, they were just off the floor like a couple of inches, and she got them. I couldn't believe it. So, kudos to them girls. They're still playing with heart.
Well, they're still hanging in there. And you know something else? Admittedly, Redfield's football team has had a troubling time. But the thing is, we have never noticed in all the games that we have seen this year, we've never seen the Redfield football team cash it in. They have fought right down to the last point, even though they're behind, the world against nothing. But we will hope to have a competitive game on Friday, and we will be on right here for you on that game. Be coming up Friday about 6:45. We'll be having picture up and ready to go. Well, on behalf of Ted Kimball, this is Alan Scott at the Greeno Gymnasium in Redfield as the Redfield Pheasants finished it up with getting 15 points in that third game, losing it only by 10, while as they had lost the previous 2 games by 15. And we will hopefully see you right here on Friday evening. 6:45 will be the first picture time. And once again, on behalf of Ted Kimball, this is Alan Scott saying good night. You're listening to a Redfield Sports presentation.
El Corral Cocina Mexicana is located in Clark, South Dakota. Our hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Choose from dine-in, takeout, or let us cater your next event. We offer a wide array of fresh foods, from tacos, gobernador, and enchiladas dinner to arroz con pollo and quesadilla fajita. TLC and fresh ingredients go into preparing our food to provide the best quality and taste. Call us at 605-653-5032